Hello, and welcome to the inaugural edition of the Dylan Hildreth Show. I am your host, Dylan Hildreth, and today we go over the college football preview of the 2021 season. We're going to do my conference championship picks, some upsets, and I'll send you on your way to your next adventure. So, in the ACC, we have North Carolina upsetting Clemson. I will say I do like North Carolina in basketball, but but I try to stay as unbiased as I can looking at the facts presented to me. And the facts presented to me is this is a put up or shut up year for North Carolina. North Carolina, they have the probably my favorite quarterback to go number one in the draft next year, and Sam Howell. Mac Brown, legendary coach. He is in a very good spot. And then you have Clemson representing the other side of the ACC, albeit they are inexperienced. They have a lot of turnover this year, and they don't have Trevor Lawrence. And I think that's the difference in this. North Carolina beats Clemson in the ACC title game. And I do believe that it will be a close game. But the new Clemson quarterback, DJ, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. He will win the ACC. That's a given coming to Clemson, but I don't think he's going to do it till next year. But this is a put up or shut up year for Mac Brown and Sam Howell and the North Carolina Tar Heels football. And with a coach like Mac Brown, they usually put it up. Iowa State, identical situation, put up or shut up, just a little bit different. Iowa State has a lot of guys coming back. They have 20 people coming back, including everybody, all 11 starters on offense. Brock Purdy, very good quarterback. Matt Campbell, phenomenal head coach. And Oklahoma, they are kind of, I'm not completely sold on Radler yet. I'll have to watch a little bit more of him. The times that I've seen him, he has struggled, albeit I did not get a very good chance to watch him late in the year last year. But we'll see how that goes. But Iowa State beats Oklahoma, and I think that will be a defensive knockdown dragout. And it's going to be really first to 21. That is my guess. I'm going to get real in depth there. In the Big Ten, I got Ohio State beating Wisconsin. Albeit Ohio State could feasibly start the season 0-2. Even if that happens, they're still going to win the Big Ten. They will get it figured out if the absolute nightmare happens for Ohio State, which I don't think it will. I think they do go 1-1. I don't think they take both. But Ohio State over Wisconsin, it'll be about a 10 to 20 point game. Some interesting dark horses. I got our Rutgers and Minnesota, both phenomenal head coaches. Both have a lot of starters returning. And wouldn't that be a nightmare for the Big Ten? Rutgers versus Minnesota. I love chaos. I hope that happens. I love chaos. But my legitimate pick is Ohio State over Wisconsin. Over to the Pac-12, I have Arizona State with Herm Edwards and Jaden Daniels beating Oregon. I believe Herm Edwards is a phenomenal coach. Jaden Daniels is a very good quarterback. He'll go in the first round of the draft. Arizona having 9 on offense, everybody on defense. And Oregon having 9 on offense, 7 on defense coming back. I hear a lot of rumors that, or not really rumors, but a lot of speculation that it'll be Washington representing the North. I'm not buying it. Washington has kind of became this Notre Dame of the Pacific Northwest. Oh, they're going to be so good, and then they get whacked. And then in the conference that everybody talks about, and it's all Texas and Oklahoma's fault, the SEC. Call me a homer. I do not care. I'm picking the Bulldogs to beat the Tide. Georgia having JT Daniels back, and Alabama not getting Mac Jones back is, I'm going to say that's the difference, really. That was the difference in the game a year ago. Alabama had a quarterback. Georgia did not. Stetson Bennett is not a D1 quarterback. I'm sure he's a nice kid. I'm sure he's that straight A kid. And I'm sure he would be a phenomenal analyst if he ever gets that opportunity. But he's not a D1 quarterback. He's just not. And then in Bama, having Bryce Young and a lot of people. Ohio State and Alabama, they're in a similar boat. They got a lot of talent around an inexperienced quarterback. Just don't wreck the Corvette. Don't wreck the vet. That's all you got to do, Bryce. That's all you got to do, Quinn. That's all you got to do, CJ. That's all you got to do. Don't wreck the Corvette, and you'll get to Indy or Atlanta. Now, my upsets for the 2021 season. In week 1, I got the Gophers upsetting the Buckeyes. Thursday night home opener. Minnesota having 10 on offense, 10 on defense returning, including Tanner Morgan. I believe that this is the best chance of any that Minnesota is going to have to actually beat the blue blood of the Big Ten. They can slay the king. This is the perfect storm. Ohio State has an inexperienced quarterback. They got to replace a lot of pieces on defense. They have to, they got to replace 6 bodies on defense. It's, Ohio State's going to get popped in the mouth real quick. But that is my first upset. My second upset is Ole Miss over Alabama. Lane Kiffin, 10-5 coming off buys. Also, Lane Kiffin coming from the coaching rehabilitation of Tuscaloosa, and has turned Ole Miss, is turning Ole Miss, I should say, into a mainstay. Matt Corral gets a full offseason this time around. And even last year, Ole Miss hung with Alabama late. And this Alabama team is not as good as Bama's team last year. Ole Miss's team this year is going to be better than last year's Ole Miss's team. And then the other upset that I will share with you now, two more upsets that I will share with you now. Miami over North Carolina. Yes, I know. picked them to win the ACC. I did not pick them to go undefeated in the ACC. Miami gets North Carolina at the greatest time possible. Miami gets to play on Thursday. Go through that whole weekend without having to play. And then they go another week without having to play due to a bye week. And then they play North Carolina. They get a super mega bye. North Carolina doesn't get that. And that is a perfect storm. That gives Manny Diaz plenty of time to figure out how to slow down the North Carolina offense. And then the last one, and the one that I'm most confident in, the Toledo Rockets upset the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Toledo has 21 starters coming back. They start the year with Norfolk State. Notre Dame does not have that near as many coming back. I think they got about 11 or 10 or 11. I'd have to double check that. But I have the Rockets upsetting the Irish. Notre Dame has to play Florida State on a Monday night. Or a Sunday night, excuse me. And the Irish will have troubles containing Mackenzie Milton, the UCF transfer. I think he might be the one that starts really riding the ship of Florida State. That's the upsets that I got for you right now. Next time, I will go over the conference realignments. We'll go over the fallout from it and my predictions on what's going to happen. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.